Hi, kindergartners. We're going to do our lesson this morning on writing. Now, today we're going to talk about books that will give us some ideas for what we want to write about. Now, our topic or our big idea for our writing assignment is going to be, I woke up in a snow globe. Do you remember what a snow globe is? I remember that a few of you have shown us your snow globes, haven't you? We really enjoyed seeing those. Maybe tomorrow when we're together, if you have a snow globe at home, you could show it to us. So maybe you want to know where it is and we can take a look at that. My son Tommy is going to show you some of the snow globes from his collection here. Tommy, which one do you want to show the kids first? Come on over here. Okay, pick it up and show it to the kids. Do you want to show them what that one does?
It winds up at the bottom.
Okay, wind it up for them so they can see it.
And it plays Wish Me Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's perfect for this time of year.
It sure
Yep,
is.
now you want to put it down a little lower so they can see.
Look.
Yep, you can see 3 dogs in there. I like that one. You can leave it playing. And do you want to show them another one of your snow globes?
And this one's from Baby Neptune, this one.
They might not know what Baby Neptune is.
It's the USA episode.
Okay, so he saw this in a video, and then he was able to collect it from somewhere. Now, that one's not a sphere shape, is it? It's a rectangular solid or a box. But can you see the little penguins floating around in there? It reminds me of this one. We got this when we went on our vacation to Kentucky to see the Ark, right?
Yeah.
What's floating around inside of this one?
Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark, a boat.
Can I take both of them back?
Well, how about if you show the kids at least one more of their snow globes?
This one.
Okay, just put it right in here so they can see
It's
the
the
front.
Mackinac Bridge.
Okay, and maybe some of them have been to
Mommy,
Mackinac Bridge.
Uh-oh.
What's
Just don't worry, I gotta step up before I sneeze.
Oh, okay. Well, Tommy's going to go take care of that sneeze. And you can see a couple more of the snow globes. Look at this one has glitter in it. And it's from a warm climate. Yep, and you can start taking these back to your shelf too. So even though I'm calling it a snow globe, yeah, he got it in Florida. It is not cold in Florida. When we went there, it was actually quite hot. And there's one here. This was a gift. Tommy's grandparents brought this one to him when they went to Washington, D.C. I think this one's from Florida, too. Nope, another Mackinac Island. That's one of Tommy's favorite places to visit. Sometimes people collect snow globes from where they go to visit, and it gives them something to think about, something to enjoy. You have to be careful with snow globes. They can break very easily. We have a funny family story about that. When Tommy first saw some snow globes, it was when his big sister had a collection of them, and they weren't a sphere shape. They weren't like this. They were shaped like an egg, and he didn't know what they were. And he went in his sister's room, and what do you think he did with those egg-shaped things? He cracked them open, thinking that they were like eggs. They could be cracked open. And when we went in the room and saw it, we were like, oh no, this is not good. It wasn't good at the time, but now it's kind of a funny story to tell. All right, well, that's a little bit off topic. Let's get back to our lesson. So if you look inside the Ziploc bag, from the big bag that you got 2 weeks ago, it's not this week's bag, you're going to find a snow globe. And on it says Christmas 2020. Now, this is just the beginning of it. If you look in this week's bag, the one that had the playground toys in it, you should also find a baggie. And inside of it, you will find the little pieces. There's a snowman. You should find a hat, a scarf, a candy cane, maybe a couple snowflakes, and a present. You can use those things to decorate your snow globe. All right? Now, you can add some of the little gems on there too if you want to make it shiny like that. That would be fine. You can make it kind of creative. All right, so that can get you started. If you'd like, you could glue it on this page, and then you wouldn't need to draw a snow globe there. Some of you might want to use this snow globe, though, to make a little ornament for your tree or decoration from your house. If that's what you choose to do, then you probably don't want to glue it on. But some of you might get so excited about your writing, your mom and dad might want to put that in a little box and look at it sometime down the road. So that's something you can do as you're going to be thinking about the writing topic, I woke up in a snow globe. Now here's what I want you to think about. Do you think that people really wake up in snow globes? Do you think that's something real, or do you think that's something make-believe? All right, let's hear from, what? You went to Sterling Christmas last year and they had a giant blow-up snow globe and your family was able to get inside of it. Well, okay, that probably could really happen. Yeah, I did see that in the newspaper. You're right. That's kind of a special circumstance. But do you think that people would really wake up in a snow globe like these little dogs? That really wouldn't happen because we couldn't live inside of there with that water, could we? Well, yeah, you could put an oxygen tank on, but it wouldn't be very convenient. You probably wouldn't want to sleep in there. So those are hints that tell you it's make-believe writing. It's fiction. It's not factual. Now, we've talked a little bit about books that are make-believe and books that are real. Let's look at a couple books right now. All right. Now, this first book reminds me of a snow globe because look at all the snowflakes on here. Oh, you did hear that one before? It's because it's a really good one. Yeah, it's called If You Take a Mouse to the Movies, and it's by Laura Numeroff. Yep, the illustrations or pictures are made by Felicia Bond. Well, let me just show you a couple pages of this book, and you're going to tell me if you think that this is a real or a make-believe story. Wait, you already know something about... All right, go ahead, Remington. You're right. I've never seen a real mouse dressed up like that. Good point. All right. If you take a mouse to the movies... Oh, there's one more page there. If you take a mouse to the movies, he'll ask you for some popcorn. When you give him the popcorn, he'll want a string to go along with it. Then he'll want to hang it on a Christmas tree. All right, go ahead and tell me, what are you thinking? True, mice don't change their clothes and wear different outfits because mice don't wear clothes, do they? He'll ask you. That's true. If a mouse asks you for some popcorn, could that really happen? No. Remember we said when animals talk in stories, it's a really big hint that they're make-believe. Yeah, and then look at this little mouse is carrying all that popcorn. Oh, look, he even built a snowball for it. Are you like me? Does this look so good that you would enjoy reading the whole story? It does look good. Oh, look, now he wants to listen to Christmas carols. Do mice ask to listen to Christmas carols and sing into microphones? Only if they're mice that live with Logan. Yeah, and they're using your microphone. That's not real, is it, Logan? No, it is not. Well, when we look through these stories, we can see that this one is make-believe. The author wrote it to entertain us, something for us to enjoy. Now, don't be fooled. You can learn things from make-believe books. Of course you can. But they're not all real. You have to know what's real and what's make-believe. Do you want to see some real books? Okay, I'll show you a couple examples of them. One real book that I have here is an old school book. It's called Air, Sun, and Water. Now, this book was written to teach children all about air, sun, and water. Yep, how wind works. Oh, and it helps us answer questions. Like this one says, what does the sun do to water? Water can evaporate or move into the air. The water from the paintings evaporated into the air. Oh, because see, the kids made a painting and then it got dry. When you try to dry things, did you know that they're dry when the water evaporates? After reading this book, you know that. And you can test that. you could actually paint something and you could observe it to see if it gets dry. So you could prove this and know that there's facts. That's how you know that this is a real book. Right, the facts, well, the book is real, but it's about true things that are factual. All right, let's look at another kind of quickly. This book series is even called A New True Book. It's a book about the presidents. Now, if I look through here, I see lots of what we call facts. It tells me things like, about Abraham Lincoln, one of my favorites. Yep, it tells us when he was president. It tells us some of the things he did as president. It tells me when he was born. It does. Those are called facts. We can go back in history and we can prove those things. It isn't just the way somebody feels or what they thinks. We can get evidence for it. So we call those facts. Here's another kind of informational book that I think some of you will be a little bit excited about. See this one? Amazing Horses. It's a whole book. Now, I wouldn't sit down and just read this from cover to cover because look at it goes on and on and on. I got a good page through it. Are some of you excited about all the horse pictures you see? Yeah, sometimes when you're young and you can't read a whole story yet, it's still fun to look through the pictures and you can learn a lot from the pictures. Okay, look at this even says facts. It tells you how tall the horse is. So if you wanted to prove that, you could measure it, right? We could get evidence for it. We could know for sure it's true. Oh, look, it tells you about how this specific horse can click its teeth. You could watch a horse do that, sure. This one, let's see. Oh, it tells us about a racing horse. Yeah, I could look on and on at this. It tells us where in the world these horses live. You could travel to that place and actually check and see. So boys and girls, when an author writes a book that's informational, they want to teach us something. Now notice, I said that when an author writes a book that's make-believe, it's for us to enjoy, to entertain us. Can you enjoy a factual book, an informational one? Sure, you can still enjoy it. It's just not probably why the author wrote the whole book. The author probably wrote the book to teach you something, and because learning is fun, you could also enjoy that. Just like you can learn things from a book that's not true. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but we think about what the main purpose is. Well, the reason we talked about that is when you do your writing about waking up in a snow globe today, what are you going to do? Are you going to be writing about something that's real or something that's make-believe? What do you think, Mason? Yeah, it's going to be make-believe because we really didn't wake up in a snow globe. Okay, let me show you something that I was thinking about writing. Yes, I thought about writing my name at the top. Thanks for the reminder, Audrey. I woke up in a snow globe. I did see a. You know a lot of those words, don't you? Did you notice my spacing? And I also made sure that I spelled my sight words correctly because I know those, right? I did see a, what should I see in my snow globe? I'm going to have a fox in my snow globe. It's going to be a little Christmas fox. Fox. Okay. And I'm going to write another sentence. I did see a gingerbread man. Uh-oh. He's going to need to watch out. Gingerbread man. Now I'm going to sneak in one more sentence. I'm going to say, look out. Yeah, I had to squeeze that in because I had so much to say. Well, I want you to make up 1 or 2 sentences about what happened when you woke up in a snow globe. And I'll know that it's make-believe, because I know you really didn't do that. But I'll still be entertained, or I'll enjoy hearing about your adventures. All right, have fun. And remember, you don't have to write exactly what I did. It'll be more fun